Well, good morning, fellow YouTubers of the world. And welcome to another grand and glorious episode of Arizona Positive Vids and Streams and More, starring I, your host, Mr. Arizona. It is now 7:41 in the morning on Wednesday, March 27th, 2024, I believe. And welcome in. Well, as the title says, life is a very, very crazy thing, full of its ups and downs, lefts and rights, and comings and goings, and hills and valleys, all of that. But if you kind of think about it for a little while, think about it long and think about it hard for a little while. Life is sometimes short and brief and unfair at times. But you know what's funny? Life seems to be unfair to people when it's not going their way or when it's not happening exactly the way they expect it to be or the way they want it to be. When in actual reality, life happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. Because it was meant to be. It was meant to happen. You know, some of us have, you know, some of us have long lifespans on this earth. And some of us have very short and very brief lifespans on this earth. But you know, I don't care if you're blessed with 30 seconds or 30 years. To me, any amount of time on this earth, even however brief or long it is, it's a good thing, a very good thing. And we should be blessed and thankful for it all. Because it could be over in a second. It could be over in a moment. One moment, it could be here. And the next moment, it could be gone. It's just it's just how life happens sometimes. But life is hard to understand at times too. Life can be very easy, and life can be very complicated. Life could be very simple, and life could be very complex. Life is what it is because sometimes we have no control over it. Because sometimes what we do is we go with the flow, so to speak. We are contented with whatever life gives us. Because nobody wants to take the time to improve themselves or move towards, being more than what we are, which is real easy to do. It's simple to always try and strive to improve yourself. And when you get there, I'd say the hardest thing in this world to do is to stay in that position. It's simple. It's simple and easy. For someone to just, what's up, Mills? How you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. But anyway, it's very simple for someone to throw up their hands in the air, throw their hands up in the air and say, hey, I give up. I quit. That's easy for someone to do. It's simple for someone to say, I give up. And why try? Why bother? But there's other people that say, you know what? No matter what the odds, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm still going to be the person or people that I choose to be. In other words, we can all strive to improve ourselves. I encourage that daily to myself and for other people as well. But the question is maintaining that the position that you're in, maintaining it. You know, like if you're on a certain path in life that you feel comfortable with, that you like, that you prefer, by all means go for it. But at the same time, it never hurts to improve oneself. It never hurts to keep wanting to advance. Always set goals for yourself. Always set the means of being a success and always being a better success than you were yesterday or the day before or the day before or the day before. You know, there's always room for improvement. There always is. And the limit of what you can do and what you can't do, the limit is endless because there is no limit to what you can do and what you can't do. And if people are running around saying, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that, I say bullshit. Seriously, I say bullshit. I really do. Because I strongly believe what my father said to me many, 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 many moons ago before he died. I will never forget what my father told me. My father said, straight up, he said, AZ, and he always said this. He said, you can do whatever you want to do in life if you put your mind to it and just do it. And I didn't understand the meaning of what he had said until I looked and really analyzed my own life. And I found out one thing. And one thing only. I am where I am because I put myself here. I'm the person I am, who I am, because I chose to be that way. And I'm not saying that I'm the world's most perfect person by any means. No, I'm not. I'm not the world's most smartest, but I'm not the dumbest. I'm not the world's most inventive, but in other words, I am who I am. And I do whatever I have to do in this world to survive and to live happily, comfortably, just to live my life. Simple life with no regrets. There are, hang on a second. There are some areas in my life that I'd like to improve. There are some areas in my life that I'd like to do better. But do I do? But do I try to improve them? Yes, I do. But with me, it's a slow process. My improvements could take months. It could take years. Could take weeks. It could maybe even take something simple as a day. I mean, I don't really know. You know, but yeah. Like I said, at least I try and make steps to improve myself and to improve my quality and my way of life. Because I believe in quality. Quality versus quantity. To me, there's many ways to improve your life. Maybe I don't know, maybe you eat better. Maybe you sleep better. Maybe you talk to people better. There's so many, 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 many different ways to improve your life and to make it better, not only for yourself, but for the people that surround you. Family, friends, loved ones, people that care for you, people that understand how you are as a person on the inside, not on the outside. Because you see, I judge people, I look at people from the inside out, not from the outside in. You see, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me what somebody looks like on the outside. What matters to me is what they look like on the inside, and here's what I mean by that. What I mean by that is how they carry themselves, how they treat themselves, and how they treat other people. If you treat yourself good, and if you are content with your life and the people around you, then good things will happen to you. Good things will be with you. But if you're constantly thinking negatively and just being negative this, negative that, hating yourself and hating your life and blah, 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 well, then your life is going to be that way. Because I believe the strongest thing that I believe is what my sister has repeatedly told me. And this is truth. We are what we put out into this universe. Good, bad, or indifferent. We are who we are. We do what we do. And that's that. You could choose to like your life or hate your life. It's your choice. Because after all, you're the only one responsible for how your life turns out. You're the only one that's responsible for where the path of your life goes. Nobody can determine that for you. Nobody can select it for you. No. You have to select it yourself. And you have to do it accordingly. Everybody does. You know, kind of like when we're first born, we're taught the basics on how to walk and talk and all those other things that come with growing up. But it's up to us to learn them ourselves. For instance, you walk when we advance ourselves in life from crawling around and not speaking well to slowly but surely learning how to walk, standing upright, and speaking in complete sentences. Yes, we learn these things, should I say, instinctually. But as it is with typical everything, it takes time. Good things in life take time to learn, take time to understand, take time to figure out, It's hard to explain. You know, life is a very, very precious thing because of how short it is. You know, I believe exactly what Ferris Bueller said one time. Do you remember what he said? I don't know the actor, but I do remember distinctly what Ferris Bueller said. He said, "You know what? Life moves pretty fast. And if you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." And what that really means, folks, is simple. You see, all of us get so but anyway, I kind of forgot what I was going to say. I got in. Wife was having a discussion with me, but that's okay. You know, see, my wife is just like all of the other people in the world. But guess what? One thing that she has that sets her apart from everybody else, she has a unique personality that is specific to her. She has a unique way of looking at life. She has a unique way of doing things. That's that's who my wife is. My wife is unique because I will never ever find another woman like the way my wife is. You know, when my wife was made, God literally broke the mold when she was brought into this world because she's one of a kind, just like everyone else. All of us, we're all one of a kind as individuals. All of us are. Because think about it. None of us think the same. None of us act the same. None of us operate the same. Because if we all did, the world would be a pretty boring place, to say the least. It would be. And that's why I thank God every day that I'm alive and that I'm able to enjoy what little time I have with my life. Whether it's a few months, few years, even a few hours, it's fine with me. It's fine with me. You know, I'm very grateful for the life that I have, the life that I've chosen for myself. The only thing that I regret in my life is not telling more people that I've loved them, not telling more people that I care about them, not telling more people that I'm here for them. Because believe it or not, I am. I'm here for each and every one of you at any given time. I've said this before numerous times. And I really mean this. When I say, if any of you have any kind of problems or any kind of things that you want to talk about, I will drop the link and you could come up here and just before you come up, I'll private the stream. I'll, what do you call it? I'll end the stream and that way we could talk. It doesn't have to be publicly. It could be privately, or we could, arrange a hangouts call or talk to each other on Twitter or whatever. Because to me, YouTube's not a job. To me, YouTube is just, I guess, what you call hobby or pastime, if you will. That's about it, because I don't really, I don't really invest much in it. I am who I am. I do what I do. And that's that. I do admit that I am never, ever, I am never, ever, ever 100% politically correct. I have my flaws and my defects, just like everyone else. I never said that I was the world's most best speaker in the world. Not. But guess what? I'm not the worst. On a good note, I did completely reset my computer yesterday. And I clicked on my YouTube app, and I guess the camera issue has fixed itself. I mean, I'm not really sure. So we'll have to test that theory out and see if that bodes well or not. But it's going to be a while because, unfortunately, when I decided to completely reset my computer, well, all of my data, counts, everything got erased. So now I'm going to have to redo everything, put everything back, and do all that. So it's basically, it's kind of like starting to rebuild a house all over again. So that kind of thing. I still have my phone. I have no issues with it. But my computer is just a bit messed up at the moment. Aurora, get out of there. But it won't always be. Come on, Aurora. Aurora. Come on, Kubu. Let's go see Mama. Let's go, man. You don't want to go with Mama? No, because she wants to see what trouble she can get into. Come on, Kibo. Okay, bye, Aurora. Hi, Aurora. Yeah, that always gets her in. I outsmarted her. She thought I was going to lock her out, and then I put her in, and then I tricked her. So, anyway. I'm just happy with the simple things in life. And that's all I need. Today's Wednesday. So today is the day I get prepared to go wash clothes. So I got up a little bit early this morning, got dressed, and sorted out the clothes, the whites from the colored clothes, because the colored clothes go in warm water and the whites go in hot water. Because with the white clothes, it's like underwear, t-shirts, washcloths, socks, stuff that, that won't shrink, under hot water. That way, the colored clothes, we go with warm water, because that way the clothes don't shrink or get damaged. Because those are the clothes like dress shirts, work shirts, pants, shorts, that kind of thing. So anyway, there's one thing that I can't seem to find at the moment, and that is bleach right now. Looking in the laundry room, I can't seem to find it at the moment. But it's okay. It's a temporary problem. Oh, that's not the end of the world. All I have to do, sit back, think a little bit, and then keep going. You know, life is only as complicated as you allow it to be. Life is only as hard as you allow it to be. You know, as I've stated before, I've said this before, and I'm going to state this again. We have two types of crews working for us. We have the positive crew, and we have the negative crew. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, you know what? My day is going to go terrible. It's bad. Blah, 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 blah. Well, the worker of the negative crew is going to say, hey, the boss man says we're going to have a crappy day. So let's get to work and make that happen. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to start working and make your day really bad because you decided to make it that way from the start. Yep. You know, if one day you decide to wake up in the morning and say, you know what? Today's going to be a good day. I feel good. I look good. It's going to be the best day I've ever had. So, positive crew is going to say, hey, you know, the foreman of the positive crew is going to say, hey, boss man said that we're going to have a good day, that everything's going to be fine. So, and then he says, all right, let's get to work and let's make it happen. And then guess what? It happens. Your day goes really well. Your day goes positive. And you have zero problems to deal with because you decided from the start that you're going to have a positive day. And therefore, no matter what happens to you and no matter what goes on, there's nothing that's going to steal away that moment. There's nothing that's going to change that set. Because once you have that mindset from the very word jump, the very word go, nothing can take that away from you. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can change you. Nothing can deter you from what you really want to do and who you really want to be. I mean, you could be the world's most positive person, or you could be the world's most negative person. You know, I'll never forget this one guy that was on America's Got Talent. He had two apples. Actually, he had a whole sack full of apples. And he grabs two of them, puts one in each hand. And he asks each of the panelists and says, the dark or the light, which do you choose? Now they had no idea where the poison apple was. They had no idea. So they chose. And all of them, except one, chose the wrong one. Now, this is what was kind of an untrue statement. But they said, choose between the dark and the light. Which do you choose? And the lady chose one of the good apples. But he said, there's something that I have to tell you. Beauty is only skin deep. Now, this is something that I honestly did not agree with. But he said, although some of us look beautiful on the outside, and he said this perfectly. He said, we're all rotten to the core. And then that's when he took the bad apple and broke it, and then all kinds of cockroaches and things came out and all that, you know. You know. So, but yeah. And in a way, I guess that gentleman said a true statement. The lady or the gentleman said a true statement. And I kind of believe it. A lot of us hide who we really are underneath the facade, underneath a fake skin. But when you peel it back, then that truly reveals who the person really is. And sometimes you don't have to do anything. Sometimes people expose who they really are by their own self. And they wallow in their own misery, which is shameful, nonetheless. Because to me, I think people are beautiful. I think people are perfect in every way. I don't care who you are or what you've done. Or, you know, there's some people on here, and this is something that I've stated before also. There's some people on here that I like, and And there are some people on here that I dislike. There are some people on here that I prefer to be around. And there's some people on here that I prefer to stay away from. See, it's nothing bad because I have a personal opinion. And my opinion is not like your opinion. Your opinion is not like my opinion. We're both two entirely different people. That have different opinions, different visions in the way we live, the way we operate, the way we do things. You know, it happens. It does. And it's all good, you know? It really is. I think it is. Because, like I said, life is what we make of it, good, bad, or indifferent. Hmm. Hold on a second. I had to pray because I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating some toast with butter on it and a glass of milk. And I'm quite enjoying it. At least I think it's good. A lot of other people might say ew or gross or something like that, but that's okay. Each to his or her own, I always say. At least that's the beautiful thing about it. Anyway, I'm about ready to head out. So you guys take care. Much love. And I will see you on the next episode of Arizona Positive Motivation Vids and Streams and more. You guys take care. I'll see you guys later. Peace.